Hey, On the Spot team, there's going to be an email that's accompanying this video, but I thought maybe, showing a few things visually might help explain where we're at with this project. So what we're looking at right here is the spreadsheet that I think Ruben from SNS sent us. And you can see here that, for instance, if we're looking at product S22339, it has 5 fields on the spreadsheet for the product, showing that there's 2 in the MDW location, 5 in the Atlanta location, 0 in Dallas, 4 in California, and 25, I forget what SCH refers to, but you get the idea. So if we were going to start using this, we would also be adding something to the website that would show. It would add location-specific fields for the stock locations to the product. So in that case, there would be an Atlanta field here, not Barcelona. There would be MDW, there would be CAL, all 5 of these, and those amounts would go into each one of these. Now, the problem that we're encountering here as we look at the website is that, there's a whole bunch of products that, I'm assuming we're going to want to go with the WA matching system. That's what I see here for the items, is that they all begin with WA all the way down the sheet. And so that's what we switched to a while ago. So I'm assuming that's what we want to stick with. But there are a lot of products on the website that don't use that. I see you're adding some even now that use a completely different system. So not WA, not S. We've got A and B, SKU numbers for these parts. So anything that doesn't match up to the spreadsheet, those fields that we're talking about here would have all zeros in them. So any of them that don't match would have zeros in them, and they would show up as out of stock on the website, out of stock on the archive view, and out of stock on the individual view. Now, there are 2 exceptions to that. One is if somebody, if you add it to the freight category, in which case it's going to show up with a message that said this item needs to be shipped via freight. And that would not, that would preempt this out of stock message. Or if the item is the call for availability, I'll just show that here really quick. That's something that we just recently added, you guys requested. So call for availability. So that would preempt the out of stock message as well. So I don't know if you're planning on adding all of these items that don't match to either freight or call for availability. But if you're not planning on doing that, then that's an issue. I don't know how we would manage stock on these separately from that spreadsheet. I think that's really all that I have to go along with the message. Let me know if you have questions, feel free to send them to me, or, since we've kind of gone back and forth on this a few times, it might be best to have a meeting. Let me know. We've got a couple short weeks here because of the holidays, but we could schedule something for very early in January. Thanks.